Good morning, everybody. I'm getting ready to head off to baseball practice in just a few minutes. Where you at, Mom? Come on. Come on, you followed me in here. Come on. I have my baseball mom shirt on. Monkey, come on. Come here. Okay. Anyways, so waiting on Robert to get here from work, and then we're headed straight up to the baseball field. And after that, me and Brantley have to go get our hair done. So, hope y'all have a great Saturday. Thank you guys on last night's video for all the love and support. I really, really appreciate it. And everybody that's going through the same thing that I'm going through, you know, I'm praying for you. And I know it's hard. I know how it is. But you know, I have to be strong and I have to be here for Brantley because, you know, if it wasn't for him, I don't even know if I'd be here, guys. So, anyways, I love you all and I hope you have a great day. I'll see you guys soon. Good hit.
Hey, Kaiser! Get the ball, buddy. Get the ball. Kaiser! Put the cone down. Put the cone down. Hey, get your glove. Go first. Good job. Good job. Go hurry up. You gotta be quicker though, okay? Ready? No, pay attention. Dylan. Here we go. Tristan, ready? You ready? Stand over here for me. You hold the bat. Let me see you swing without the ball. There you go. There you go. Throw it first. Throw it first. Use your body. You are going to go to, let's go to shortstop over there. Yeah, over there, kind of between Miss Amy and Dominic. All right. Here we go. I know, mine is too. Okay, let me see you swing. To me. Oh, not so close to me. Back up a little bit. Hold it up like you're ready. I'll be ready. Dominic, be ready. Ready to go. Get it, go. Don't move around. Put the cone down. Hey, Dylan. Stand over here out of the way. I'm going to go out here and grab some Kaiser.
Watch the ball, Brantley.
Get it, Kaiser, get it, get it, get it, get it. Good job, Kaiser. Get it, Kaiser. Here you go, Tristan. Ready? Get back over there, guys. No, sir. Get back over here. Come on. Get it, Tristan. Go with the first. Go with the first. James. Good job.
Hey guys, I'm getting my hair done. Brantley's fixing to get his hair cut too. Look at my full head. Full head. Hey guys, I got some more food video. So I've got some barbecue. This is turkey breast. And it's so good. Barbecue right here. Hash and rice, macaroni and cheese, and then they give you like these little hush puppies. And then bread for the barbecue sandwich. And this is Carolina Gold barbecue sauce. And then they have Georgia Red. And I like the Carolina Gold. It's really good. So this is what we're having for dinner. I hope y'all all had a great day. I went and got my hair done today. Brantley got a haircut. Got mine highlighted and cut in the back and just trimmed. After Brantley had baseball practice today, he did really good. I'm going to pray real quick and then I'll finish telling y'all. Thank you, Lord, for blessing us with this food. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. So I thought I would come back on here tonight. Of course, I'm not going to do this like every single night because I don't want it to get old or anybody, you know, just fall out of interest in it. But I figured I would come back on tonight and just talk to y'all a little bit about some stuff and maybe a little bit more of my childhood, things like that. So, I know I told y'all the other day that one of the other teen moms, or they had already picked a teen mom because I didn't get down there in time that Saturday when I was working. Well, she asked me the other night, I don't know if I told y'all, but she'd asked me the other night, did I mind helping her be teen mom? And I told her absolutely. I was so excited. Well, she was going out of town this week, so all the practices that are fall this week, you know, she told me I would have to do them because she wouldn't be here, which is fine. Well, she called me a few minutes ago and said, I got a question for you. And she's like, you don't have to say no, but I don't think that you will. She said, I wanted to see if there was any way that you would be, if you would be team mom, because I want to be able to get out there and help coach, because today we got Robert and the other two coaches that are dads of the boys on the team and the girls, but she was out there too, because when some of them are that little, like, they just can't focus and they don't pay attention, you know. So she was out there helping. So she's like, I can't do both, so I wanted to see if there was any way that you would do it. And I said, absolutely. You do not have to ask me twice. So I'm so excited that I get to be team mom. Tomorrow I've got to go to the field and help pick up trash with some of the others. This hash and rice is so good, y'all. Love it. So, and by the way, we finished eating our Chinese food for lunch. So none of that really went to waste, except for a little bit of the, well, they're still in the refrigerator. A little bit of the lo mein. They gave you so much, and I asked for a small. But there's just a little bit left. So yeah. I'm so excited to plan you know, who does the, brings the snacks and things like that each game. And we've got practice Wednesday and Thursday this week, and then we have a scrimmage game on Saturday. So that'll be fun. And then that's really it. I gotta figure out my meals for this week. I've got to start looking for some stuff for Brandon's party. I got his little blow-up slide booked for his party. And I'm trying to figure out food. I think we're going to do grilled hot dogs, but then I'm going to do like some small appetizer finger foods on the side. And then, of course, some treats. What else? I've got to get some invitations out. He also has another fundraiser. And on this fundraiser, he wants to win the, if I can find it, the limo ride to Chick-fil-A. So you got to sell 20 items to get the limo ride to Chick-fil-A. And there's all kind of stuff in here. They've got the, like all the cookies. And they've got cheesecake. There's more cookies. But they've got like a cheesecake you can get. Chocolate, pretzels, deep dish, personal pizzas that you make, wrapping paper, bags, nuts, and things like that. I want to get this. I got this trio last time. I mean, there's a little bit of different stuff in here than last time, but some of the same. I got that soup trio last time. This time, I'm going to get the dip. It's a party dip trio. You get a BLT dip mix, the real deal dip mix, and a jalapeno bacon cheddar dip mix. So, you know, we like to have little get-togethers and things like that, or movie night. Come on, focus. Movie night, things like that. That'd be good to have little dips. And then, of course, they've got the other one that has like shirts and drink or cups, you know, things like that, bags, different things. All right, guys, hold on one second. All right, guys, sorry. Jazzy gets over there drinking that water and it's so loud, and I didn't want y'all to hear for 20 minutes because she drinks the whole bowl. So, I'll let her drink it and pause it. That way you didn't have to hear that. I know some of you don't mind, but I think it sounds louder than what it really is. So, I just paused it while she drank. Let's see, what can we talk about? Talk about my dad a little bit. So, I love my dad. Don't get me wrong, I love him. But we're not as close as me and my mom were, of course. And he lives 45 minutes away, where he used to live 5 minutes away. But even then, I didn't see him that much. I don't want to say a lot of things just because if somebody watches this, that's my family. I mean, which I've told him how I feel and stuff, but things just don't change. And now that my son's here, you would think you would spend more time, but you don't. But you make time for others and other kids. But anyways, we're not going to go there. We're just going to say, yeah, he loves hunting, he loves fishing. He's always been a hard worker. And he can fix anything. Anything. He's like jack of all trades. So I looked up to him to that because I've always been the type of person that I try to do something or fix something or whatever the case may be before I say, oh, I can't do it. I'm going to at least try. So, that's how he is. And I love him. And I wish things were different. But it is what it is, and I don't think things are going to change after all these years. So there's a lot that I could say about that. Like I said, I just don't want to end up getting a phone call of, why are you putting this all over, you know. I try to keep the peace, even though deep down inside I'm very hurt and pained and upset and saddened and whatever the case may be. But anyways, now that I think about it, I guess I really can't say too much about that situation or about my dad, because then it's going to turn into me crying and being depressed and saying things that I guess I don't need to say. So we'll move on from that and let's talk about something else. Well, I have a whole life full of stuff, and then I can't think about what I want to say or talk about when I'm on camera. I'm going to talk about my grandparents. So my mama's mama, my Mima Ruth. I was really close to her. And then my mama's grandma, her name was Berta, so it was Grandma Berta. My mama was really close to her. And Grandma Berta was like somebody that I looked up to for everything, because she was an amazing woman. And I think a lot of the things that I do come from her, because she was very into church and God and everything, but she also, like, she worked in her garden. You know, I don't do it as much as she did. I wish I could, but she had the best green thumb. Like, she grew all of her vegetables, all of that. I remember going and spending the night with her when I was little. Not real little, but when I was like 7 and 8. And at the time, before she moved out on land and had a field and stuff to do her garden, she lived in an apartment in the downtown area. And I loved going over there. And when you walked into this apartment, it had a certain smell to it. And every time I go somewhere, I can't remember where it is, but that smell is around, and I'm like, it smells just like that apartment complex when you walked into it. So it always makes me smile. But she had like an indoor type garden where she had like a patio area though in her apartment, because she was like upstairs, but she had like a little patio area with a big old like bay window that she would do a little bit of her gardening there. And I don't know what it was, y'all, but that woman made the best coffee. And I know I was little, not supposed to be drinking coffee, but she would always let me have a little cup when I spent the night with her. So I would wake up and you would just smell it already in there brewing, and she was already in there making breakfast, and it just smelled so good, and it was the best coffee ever. That's the only time I ever got it, is just every once in a while when I would spend the night with her. She'd let me get a little cup, and I absolutely loved it. And then she moved. Her husband ended up passing away, and she moved out on her sister's land, to where they had a lot of land, and she had a big garden there. Her whole house just had flowers that she planted and bushes and everything all around, like lemon trees, apple trees, just gorgeous, y'all. And the yellow china cabinet thing I had, that was hers. It was actually like a grayish blue. And my mama got it when she had passed away. And now I got it when my mama passed away and just painted it. It had a glass in it. We knocked the glass out and just did the chicken wire on the doors. But that was hers. She had, she knitted everything. Like she was just real homestead. I mean, besides like having cows and things like that. But she had her own garden, her own fruit. That lady could cook. All my cast iron skillets and everything were hers, so they're well good and seasoned. Loved going out there to eat dinner with her. And her and my mama were really close. That was my mama's dad, his mom. So she was my great grandma. And she ended up getting Alzheimer's, and that was one time that my mama was like the most upset I had ever seen her. And we've had a lot of deaths in our family. I mean, since me and Robert's been married, we've had over, sorry y'all, there's something in my eye. We've had over, I think over 12 or 13 people within 14 years that's passed away. And it could be more, I'd have to count. But it's just crazy, like how many people has passed away since then. But she ended up passing away, and she was 87, I believe. But y'all, she looked so good. She took care of her skin, like, you know, she moisturized, like you wouldn't have never been able to tell her age. But I love that lady. And then my mama's mama, my Mima Ruth, so that was my grandma Berta. My Mima Ruth, I was really close with her. I would be over there all the time. When me and Robert first met, he worked nights. So I worked during the day. So at night I would go over there or go to my mom's or whatever and eat dinner with him, because I would be home by myself anyways. So I would go, there you go, Georgia. I would just go sit over there till like 9 o'clock at night or whatever, until I would come home and go to bed. I spent a lot of time with her. We were very close. When we were little, when me and my cousins was little, my grandma, my Mima Ruth, back when I was little, she was an alcoholic. She worked at Chick-fil-A in the mall. And, I mean, she didn't drink, like, you know, before work or anything like that. But as soon as she got home, she opened her beer. And she was a bad alcoholic. She would pay us, me and my cousins, $5 when we would spend the night with her for the weekend, to take ink pens and draw all over her legs. So her legs would be filled up with pictures of houses and trees and whatever we drew. And my papa would come in there and he would get so mad, like, y'all are going to give her ink poisoning. But she said it just felt good to her with us drawing on her legs. And she would pay us, and then we would go to the Dollar Tree and get to spend $5 at the Dollar Tree. So we enjoyed doing it. But she ended up passing away, I want to say 5 years before my mama did. And that was really hard on me. Not as hard as my mom, but it was really hard on me because at the time my mama's husband was nowhere to be found. He was on one of his drinking and drug sprees. So she was alone. Your mom just passes away and your husband ain't even there for you. You don't even know where he is. You're calling all the hospitals, all the jails, and you don't even know where he is. But she had given me a diary of hers 6 months or so before she got really sick. And it had a lot of her poems in it. She would write poems, like she did that all my life. And she wrote really good poems, like poems that could be published. I'm serious. My mama did too. But for some reason, I never bothered to read the whole thing. And I just put it up. I read a few little things out of it. Because I thought it was like all poems and stuff. Well, after she passed away, I started going through it. And I read one of the poems at her funeral. After all of that, I started reading the whole thing. And in this diary, it said that she had cancer. And see, she didn't tell anybody that she had cancer. She lived with it for so long until her body just couldn't do it anymore, that it was too late when she went to the hospital to do radiation and chemo on her, because she was so frail and so small that she just couldn't even, her body couldn't even take it. Hold on one second, guys. Brantley needs me. Okay, guys, sorry. So she was so frail that it was just too late for anything to work. So she ended up having esophagus cancer and passing away. And then when I went back and read her diary, it said it in there. And I wish that I would have read it before, so I could have maybe made her go do something before it was too late. And then I had my grandma's on my daddy's side, which my daddy's grandma was it was Meemaw Harmon. And she, that lady could throw down in the kitchen too. We went there Thanksgiving, Christmas. My dad's side had a big family because my Meemaw Harmon had 10 kids. And they all had kids. So we had a real big family. And then she ended up getting salmonella, and she passed away. So family's just not the same when you lose so many people in your family. You know, then your kids grow up and they don't get to do all the family reunions and go over to family's house and stuff as much as you did when you were growing up. It like completely changes. Because like on my dad's side, every Easter we would go out to my dad's grandma's, his other grandma on his dad's side. And they lived on a lot of land, so we would go out there and have Easter, and then the whole family would go out there and play softball. It would be like an all-day thing. And like now, we have none of that. So it's just changed a lot. So I try to make little traditions and things like that for Brantley. That way when he grows up, he can say, you know, this is what we did, or this is what I did when I was growing up. Even though it's never going to be as fun as my childhood was. But it will be to him. But, you know, all my grandmas were great. My dad's mom, which I call her Granny, she's still alive. That's Granny Bobby. And she had a triple bypass surgery a few years ago. And she had a stroke during that. But she's fine. She's recovered and everything. She acts a little loopy sometimes, but it's not like nothing major or bad. She's real down to earth. I don't see her as much as I need to. Like, she's the only grandma I have left. And I need to go see her more. But I have nobody on my mama's side left anymore. My uncle, my mama's brother, he's still alive, but I don't really see him or talk to him as much. And I wish it wasn't like that, because he's the only really thing left that having, you know, that was like something of my mom and my aunt and my Mima. But just one of those things, you know. I hate it. I mean, I've got like great aunts and cousins and things like that on my mama's side, but none of us really, besides my mama's sister's cousin, which she lives like close to Atlanta. So of course I don't get to see her a lot, but we talk a lot on Facebook and stuff. We've stayed close, but like the other second cousins and great aunts and things like that, I don't really talk to any of them, because I never really hung out with them anyways when I was growing up. I mean, we saw them at like events or Christmas or something like that, but never like on a regular basis. So now that we're all older, excuse me, and everybody's older, we don't really hang out or talk. And some of them you can't trust anyway. I've learned that the hard way. But anyways, I've got to think of some like detailed stories that I can tell you guys. Because I have to tell you about like teenage years, different things. But I love y'all. I love talking to y'all. I love all the wonderful and sweet and nice and supportive comments that I get. It's so amazing. Y'all are the best. We're like at 452, guys. We've got to get to 500 so we can do this giveaway. I'm so excited. I'm ready to do it. I'm ready to go shopping for it. I'm ready to get it done. I'm ready to send it to somebody. I wish I could send it to every single one of you. But I am excited. So anyways, guys, I don't know what's going to go on tonight. My friend says she might come over for some wine, but I haven't heard from her yet. So either we're going to do that, or we're going to do our movie, because we didn't get to watch it last night. Because when Robert got here, it was just too late, and Brantley was tired and wanted to go to bed. So we might do our little movie night tonight if I don't hear from my friend soon. So yeah. And I told my friend too, I want to have a friends brunch or something soon, and make some mimosas, and I want to decorate the table with pretty tablecloth and flowers, and make some brunch food, and have the mimosas, and just have a little girls brunch, friends brunch. So we'll see whenever I can get everybody together. Everybody, you know, goes out of town or busy, you know, so you got to try to plan it when everybody can come. And Brantley's party's coming up a few weeks, and then we got Masters coming up. So yeah. But I'm going to end it here, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed this again. I promise not to make this an everyday thing. Maybe once a week or something like that. Sit down and do a little story time and eat with y'all. So yeah, y'all enjoy your Saturday night. Make sure y'all subscribe. Hit that like button. Y'all leave me a comment. Let me know what you're having for dinner tonight. And guys, I will see you tomorrow. Bye.